All right, now we're going to look at the arm bar, working the arm bar though, versus the strikes. Our setup position, what we want to achieve, is exactly the same. Now, I want to say this, I mean, it's quite obvious, but let's just say it anyway. Of course, there are many, many variables that could happen here, right? We don't want to go too much into the variables. We're building a foundational game. We want to give students core approaches and techniques and strategies that are going to work right in the beginning. Obviously, once they understand that and they develop that movement efficacy that we want them to have, not freaking out, not stressing out and so forth, then we can start adding in the nuances. Oh, but what happens if somebody does this? Or what happens if somebody does that? So you'll notice that we keep it to a formative platform when we're setting this up. We use the same almost setup each time. And one of the reasons why that's important is that that enables a student to stay focused, not get overwhelmed by too much information, right? So I'm going to be back in this position this time with Jacques, and I'm going to get back to this. Of course, I could have worked it like from the flow 4 all the way up to this position, but I'm going to start from the double tricep control. As before, right, when we looked at the guillotine, he's going to be trying to hit me, I'm going to control that, and of course there is that movement from side to side. Now, a little bit different this time, because on the guillotine, we did it off the right hand, but when he moved this way, that set up the angle for the guillotine. On the arm bar, when he moves, say, this way, because we're going to do this way so you can see it, when he moves this way, I want to use that moving to the side as my opportunity to set up the arm bar. So a little bit different to the guillotine, right? On the guillotine, I would have been over here, letting him go this way, but want to move across his ear. Now I'm actually going to be focusing on the side he dips into. Okay, so here's the thing. Like it or not, I'm going to have to let go of this arm. So when I let go of this arm, I want to reach across, and as I reach across, I'm going to get two hands gripped on his tricep. Wherever possible, I want to keep my head down and use my shoulder in an upward position. I still have my knee here. So if Jacques trying to throw punches, I can still use my knee to some effect to stop that. Now, once I've got this grip, I'm going to pull Jacques' arm, so I'll go slowly, right? And you need to do this slowly too, because it wouldn't be uncommon for somebody to get hurt here. Right, so I'm going to pull his arm out and across. Now, as I pull it across, I'm going to lift my hip up to get to this position. And the reason I'm going up and off the ground and squeezing my knees right now is because I need to worry about that hand. He's going to want to try to hit me with that hand. So me coming up and lifting my hip off the ground, squeezing my knees together, to try and hit with that hand shot, makes it much, much harder. Okay? He's not going to hit with this hand, I have control, I've got the tricep control. Now, once I'm here, to set up the armbar is going to be one move. So I'm going to kick this foot through and up and spin myself around into the armbar position. Okay, so let's change angles. Okay, so tricep control. He's trying to hit me. When he dips, yeah, for example, I'm going to work off that dip. This hand's going to come in and grab the tricep. I'm going to monitor this arm as best as I can. Remember, this is very, very quick though, right? It seems slow because we're talking and we're breaking it down. But I'm going to monitor it with this shin. So as I go like this, if he carries on trying to hit me, I'll use my shin to block it. Then I'm going to pull. And as I pull, I bring my knees up. I'm sitting with my feet on his hips. And I'm picking my hip up, squeezing my knees together. Once I'm here, when he tries to hit me, it's hard because my knee's in the way. Squeezing my knees together on this arm, controlling it, makes it hard for him to hit with this arm. Now, when I'm ready, I'm going to move my head out the way like I did before when we were just doing it straight gi. And as I do that, this is going to be the hamstring position that sets him up, right? So I get into that armbar position, squeeze my knees. If he carries on trying to hit me with this, it's going to be very difficult because by the time he throws that first punch, he would have lost his arm already.